Welcome back. A question I get very often, especially with students who have been with me for a little bit, is how do I do a retreat? I've got a weekend, it's all to myself, and I really want to dive into meditation. How can I do it? What is the right way to go about a self-retreat? I'm going to stay home and really take care of myself when it comes to meditation. So let's get into it. So it brings up what is a funny story to me. Some of Lahiri Mashaya's students came to him and they said, Sir, I'm so excited. I'm going to go on a pilgrimage. And he goes, What? What are you going on a pilgrimage for? Go home and do your Kriya Yoga. That is the pilgrimage. It's the internal pilgrimage. All of the pilgrimage stories, all of the stories about alchemy, about transformation, all of the 5-element transformation Qigong, all of these are telling you about this internal pilgrimage which is taking place. The Ramayana is telling you about this internal pilgrimage. The Bhagavad Gita is telling you about this internal pilgrimage. And where are we going? Back into the brain. It's all about this roll-up of consciousness into the brain, which is demonstrated on the Big Bliss training. So I hope you've seen that. My biggest recommendation for your own retreat is to do short sessions over and over and over again. Enjoyable short sessions over and over. So it's kind of a choose your own adventure and mix and match. And so we want to bring in the elements of the Mahamudra stretching. So check out how to do the Mahamudra stretching. I had a yoga teacher write me and she goes, how is this not in every single yoga studio? Why isn't everybody doing this stretch? It really is the most fantastic stretch. Second, we want to do some Navi Kriya. And so I invite you to watch the video called The Guardian, okay? Because that has the Navi Kriya inside of it. Explains it very well and how it is affecting the right amygdala. So right away, we're setting up 2 valuable insurance policies. Stretching out the body, elongating the muscles, and the Mahamudra also lowers the blood pressure. So right away, we are setting up that the body is not going to bother us as much in meditation. And if your body starts to ache and pain and feel uncomfortable, go back and do some more of the Mahamudra. And it will get that body out of the way so it isn't such a burden in your meditation, that it's not bothering you as much. It'll never be perfect, but it won't be bothering you as much. And right away, we are affecting the center of fear in the deep brain, the right amygdala. We're getting that out of the way. And we're awakening that digestive response, getting that out of the way. And this is a beautiful insurance policy which is set up inside of the Kriya Yoga program. Then you could do some heart rate variability resonant breathing. Really establish that you have at least one of the 4 proofs, and that you have successfully awakened your parasympathetic. That's what that proof means. It means your parasympathetic system is awake. You have awakened it successfully. You are out of the stress of fight or flight. You are out of the sympathetic system. And this is a really, really, really big deal. And as we continue to sit very still, we will encounter naturally more of the freeze response. And that's humongous in your meditation. It's absolutely humongous. It will start out a little bit small, but it will grow and it'll grow and it'll grow into something which takes over your entire meditation. In other words, the skill of encountering the freeze response will become so big that it will become the primary answer of your entire meditation eventually. You'll sit very still for just a little bit and you'll start to notice your body automatically goes into the freeze response and you're in the perfect place to let go into the after effect poise state. And that's what we really, really want. We want to reach this place where we are simply enjoying being there in our meditation. So I have a blissful proof. Maybe I have encountered some bliss from the dorsal vagal. I'm making my out breath very, very long. And because of that, I'm really starting to feel that awakening of the freeze response in the dorsal vagal. And it's a tiny bit blissful. It's a tiny bit ecstatic, right? And so I can practice. That's something else. That's another session that I can plug into my meditation. I'm going to make every breath really, really long. So I'm going to take a short in-breath, make the out-breath really long. As long as I can make it. Short in-breath, out-breath really long. And as I'm doing that really long out-breath, I'm going to put my mind on the spine, especially behind the chest and behind the diaphragm. I'm really going to put my mind behind my heart towards the spine and feel, if I can feel that awakening of the dorsal vagal. Now, did I have one proof already? Oh yeah, I had the hands hot and heavy, right? That's one of the proofs. And so I know my parasympathetic system is there. And so the dorsal vagal is there and it is waiting for me to notice it. It is blissful in nature. We don't quite know what bliss is, right? But if you put your mind towards the spine, behind your heart, feel the compaction of your chest as you breathe out. The weight of your chest is laying on the organs. It's kind of squishing your lungs and your heart wonderfully, like a little massage. It's squishing them. And I'm going to put my mind behind that massage and feel the pressure along the spine, which is pushing on the dorsal vagal. And that is what is causing me to get my hands hot and heavy. The parasympathetic system is being awakened. And so I'm noticing all of this. And now I can feel it. I can feel just an oh so light tickle along the spine. And that is the beginning of bliss. It's a very, very big deal. And so right away, in this nice little retreat, which I am setting up for myself, I am beginning to feel a tiny bit of bliss. And it's everything. That little beginning is everything because you found it. And now you just keep coming back. More soup, sir! You keep coming back, and it gets bigger and bigger, and your access to it gets easier and easier. And it's there for you more and more consistently. So I did a session of the Mahamudra. I did a session of the Navi. I did a session of the heart rate variability resonance. I made sure I had some of the 4 proofs, and I sat very still. I'm plugging all of this into a session, into a retreat. And how much time I take with each one is up to me. It depends on my level of interest, how much time I have, how much patience I have with myself, and I want to keep it a little bit interesting, right? I want to keep my heart involved in what I'm doing. So if I make it too long, I'll wear myself out. I don't want to do that. I want to keep my heart in the game. I want to keep my skin in the game and keep my interest in it. Make sure that they're short enough that they are enjoyable. And now maybe I do some Om Japa in the chakras. Remember that video last week, last Friday? We started to find, again, the chakras, and we're not going to point, we're not going to look at a picture, we're not going to try and visualize it. We want to feel it with our mind. We reach down inside and feel the chakra with our mind, and then we Om into it mentally. So I'm going to start at the base chakra, the first chakra, and work my way up to the medulla. That's 6 chakras: coccyx, sacrum, lumbar, dorsal, cervical, medulla. those 6 chakras are what I want to Om into. And that's, again, my insurance policy. I'm wiping out everything which is negative so that the true nature, the Sahaja nature, that means original pure nature, right? Natural, Sahaja. The original pure natural nature can come forth spontaneously. And it's clean and it's clear. And that's what I'm looking for, that clean and clear feeling. This is a Kriya Yoga feeling. It's a deep meditation feeling. And when you encounter it, you might think, oh, I just feel this cleanliness. It's not a big deal. It's a very big deal. This is the feeling of doing Kriya Yoga correctly, of deep meditation correctly. Very, very big deal that we are on the right track. Okay, so I've got Mahamudra, Navi, some heart rate variability resonance, some Om Japa in the chakras. Now I'm just going to do, be, do, be, do. I did all the do, now I want to be. So I've got to let go for a little bit. I'm just going to let go of everything. I'm going to let go of my breath. I'm going to not control my breath. I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to notice the things inside of me. By being here, by being aware, by being sensitive, by being curious about what is going on. Maybe I'm feeling something inside of my body. I'm feeling one of the 4 proofs. And I'm starting to notice these are a little bit blissful. That little bit of noticing is humongous. It changes everything. Maybe I'm noticing I'm a little bit clear. Because of that clarity, I'm a little bit more tranquil. I'm a little bit peaceful. This is fantastic. And now I'm getting into the emotional nature of the Paravasta, the after effect poise state, the be state. I did the do. Now I want to be the be as much as I can. And maybe I'm noticing if I let go of everything and I just let go and surrender and just be, maybe I practice some expansion, right? I feel myself expanding in every direction. I practice that a little bit and it helps me to let go. And I start to notice the tranquil breath, the freeze response, and the roll up of consciousness. If I have those, I've gone very, very deep because now I'm on the edge of absorption and samadhi. Those 3 things together put me on the edge, and it means I have successfully, oh my God, it's so amazing. I have successfully crossed through the war of Kurukshetra. I have passed through the war of meditation. I did the do correctly, and now the war is finished. I can just be. That's humongous. And that is my very, very best progression for you. Okay? Mahamudra, Navi Kriya, some heart rate variability resonance, some Om Japa in the chakras, and the Paravasta, just let go and be. And now I want to cycle through these, right? So I sat there and I soaked up enough of the be as I possibly could. I'm just being and I'm enjoying and I'm loving it, and whatever I find, it's beautiful. Maybe I just have hands hot and heavy. Oh my God, I awakened my parasympathetic system and I've got proof in my hands. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, that's huge. It's humongous. It is the beginning of something very, very beautiful inside of you, inside of your meditation. That's what we want. So I did all of that, right? I did all of that, and maybe I'm done in an hour, maybe I'm done in half an hour. So now what do I do with the rest of my retreat? Well, maybe I'll go and read something inspirational. Now, people will say, don't take your phones into a retreat. But I say, take your phone into the retreat and bring a bunch of cute babies. Now, some people say, I look at the babies, it doesn't do anything for me. What about chihuahuas? What about cute kittens? What about those? Did those awaken something inside of your heart? No, Forrest, those don't awaken anything. What about if you look at a picture of the Buddha? What if you look at a picture of Lahiri Mashaya? What if you look at a picture of Babaji? What if you look at a picture of Krishna or Jesus Christ? Does that awaken something holy inside of you? When you feel that feeling awaken inside of you, you hold it. And you hold it as long as you can. You hold the feeling as long as you can. It's going to peak, and after it peaks, you let it go. Okay? And that is you building the muscle of awakening the left amygdala by feeling, oh, that inspiration. So you've got cute baby awe. Oh, you've got, oh my God, it's holy. It's so big to me. It's such a big deal to me. It's inspiring. That is also from the left amygdala. And holding that feeling. And then I look at the picture and I feel the feeling and I hold that feeling as long as I can. It peaks. And when it starts to drop off, then I let it go. And then I let go. And then I look at the picture again. I feel that feeling. And I hold on to it as long as I can. Now I'm doing the cute baby meditation. So bring your phone, bring a bunch of cute babies. You don't have to text all day, but that will ruin the retreat. But bring all the cute babies and the cute kittens and the cute chihuahuas and the babaji and the lahiri mashaya. Bring them all. Bring Divine Mother. And then soak in that inspiration from your heart. And now you're connecting to the left amygdala. You can also practice some expansion. Just think about huge, we're all sitting in this humongous cosmos. Can you feel that? You don't have to visualize it. You don't have to, I have to think about it. I have to see it perfectly. No. You just want to feel it's so big. It's so grand. And now you're practicing expansion. Forrest, I can't do that. I can't think about that. It doesn't work for me. Practice Hakala. Perfect. Now we're plugging in Hakala. We have got cute baby. Now we've got Hakala. We're plugging in the left amygdala. We're plugging in the right hippocampus. This is a very big deal. We're awakening the dorsal vagal. We have covered all of our bases, right? We've covered all of our bases in this little retreat setup. So I'm going to do some cute baby. I'm going to do some Hakala. I've got videos on Hakala if you don't know what that is. And then maybe I'll get up, I'll walk around, maybe I'll go outside, I'll take my shoes off and practice some grounding. Maybe I'll lay down in the grass and stare up at the sky and practice expansion. Maybe I'm in a pretty place. Maybe I can look at the ocean or I can look at some mountains and I can go into expansion and soak up that beauty and that joy. So I walk around, I ground myself, I practice some more expansion, I take in some beauty, maybe I make some tea, I sit down, I read something inspirational for a little bit, and now I'm ready for another session. I'm going to do some Mahamudra, I'm going to do some Navi, I'm going to do some heart rate variability resonance, I'm going to do some Om Japa in the chakras, I'm going to do some expansion, I'm going to do some letting go, and I just cycle and cycle and cycle and cycle. It's like, I did as much meditation as I could do today. I don't think I can do much more. Okay, do some Mahamudra and go back and read something inspirational again. Mix and match. Choose your own adventure. Make it fun. Make it interesting. And don't think that you've got to sit there for hours and hours and kill yourself, because then it won't be fun, you won't be interested, and your heart will not be in it. So it won't be the most effective meditation because it's all a mental game. And if you're not in it, the mental game is messed up from the beginning. So you got to keep your heart in the game, right? You got to keep your love and your interest for it. It's mental. So you have to do that. You can't just force yourself. Now you've messed up your mental game, right? So keep it short, keep it fun, keep it interesting, mix and match, choose your own adventure, and above all, have fun. Have joy with it. Have interest and curiosity. Keep your heart in the game, and you will have the most amazing retreat. Be easy with yourself. Let it flow. Let it be easy. Get up and dance, right? That's fun. Whoa, wait, this is a meditation and I'm going to get up and, yes, get up and dance. Listen to something that you enjoy and dance just a little bit. Get the blood flowing, get your energy back, get your heart back in the mix, and then go do another session. And watch how magical that is, that your heart is aligned. And then you put the meditation, which is aligned and very easy with heart rate variability resonance. And you awaken the deep brain, and all these things line up, and it just blows your mind. It works so good. That's what we want. So don't kill yourself with the retreat. Make it fun instead. So I hope that you love this. If you did, be sure to hit that bell down below so I can see all of you next time.